Today is the 12th of February. I'm preparing for the auction that is coming up in 45 minutes. Today I'm looking at a couple of properties and I'm placing my bids ahead of time. So I'm gonna be placing my highest bids on the property that I already checked and that I know my numbers on. And let's take this one, for example, which I'm planning to bid on. It's on my list. Let me show you what my list looks like. So the green ones are the one I already checked title and I know my numbers and everything is accurate. So I put my market number here, and then I'm gonna put my comments here, and I'm gonna put the liens and repair here, and I'm gonna make a 6% fees automatically taken out, or 3% depending on if you are representing, if you're gonna be selling the house. If you're gonna be listing it, you might be able to save 3% commission. So I'm taking that into an account, and then I have my 30% bid. So for me to make 30% of my money, I have to bid $228,000 on this property, for example, which I evaluated to be $330,000. I'm not gonna get into that valuation right now, but I'm just gonna go from scratch and check this one before I move on. So I'm gonna start checking value for this house, and then I'm gonna find out what my bid is. So basically, this is the property appraisal in my county, and this allows me to quickly check for comps. So it gives me a sense of comps besides looking at the MLS and seeing what's active and what are my competitors right now on the market. I want to identify a price that I know it's gonna be a discounted price that I'm gonna be comfortable with. So no matter what the market price is, if it's 5% more or 5% less, I'm still gonna be buying at the right price. So I don't need to check the exact percentage of the value, but I know I'm gonna deduct here and there from some things that I'm gonna see along the way. So let's start with this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, when I have this property appraisal view map technology here, basically what it does, it gives me an overview. Okay, there are a lot of tools that can give you overview. For example, if you don't have a tool that you're using to evaluate properties and determine the real value, then I suggest you could use CoreLogic. You can use RealQuest. They have a similar tool, just more advanced. And it works for most counties and most states, and the principle is the same. What it does, it compare this property to all the property around the neighborhood by distance and by size. So it only matches the properties that are most similar to the one you are inquiring about, and it's giving you the numbers that were sold recently. So it's giving you the closest distance, and it's giving you the numbers that were sold recently, the most recent. Okay, so we're always going by the most recent sales. This is a rule for everybody who's doing real estate, checking what was last sold. So as you can see, we're looking at the community here that were built at some point, and I see that the houses look alike in terms of the way they are structured, the way they are positioned, the land and everything. And I suspect also that the developer only built a few models here in this community. So it's going to be easier to make comps than other places that you don't have everything so squared and identical. So basically what I would do at this point, I would just search for 2018 sales. I would get a sense of what was sold in 2008. I can see there is a property here for $330 that is pretty much the same to the one I'm looking at right now. So let's try also 2009. Nothing was sold in 2009. That tells me that we are in February, so mid of February. So for about 45 days, According to what I see here, yeah, well, I see a couple of solds here, 260 and 245 this year. So if I go to those ones, and that's not a lot, by the way, so that tells me that there is not a lot of inventory going on there. So when I click on that, I see this is a 1580 square feet. So I'm going to compare it to my product in a second, but that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be checking other low comps and understand why they're low and understand if they are if the market is trending up or trending down. So this is a 2.2 with 1358 square feet. So basically, when I'm going to check my property, you're going to see I'm speculating for I think it's 1800 square feet. It's much bigger than this townhouse. This is basically a townhouse. So I guess one part of the community has single family homes and one part of the community has townhouses. So I know that townhouses, the 2.2 townhouses for 245 and was sold in this year in January. So that's something I'm going to take into consideration. And I see that this is about 500 square feet less than what I'm inquiring about. So my subject property is much more expensive. It's a better quality. You see, this is the townhouses, I guess, and this is the homes. So I'm going to be going back to the property. You see, the property I'm speculating about is not a 2.2, it's a 4.2.5, and it's 1800 square feet. Plus, it's a single family home. And plus, it has a huge land comparing to the others. So I know I'm looking at a more quality product than, say, for example, this one, if this is the same square footage, or this one. So I'm going to go back in 2018 sales just to get a sense again of what was going on. And I can see the sales around me starting at 300, 334, 361. The one looking at the canal are going for 350, etc. So I'm interested to look at this one because this one is pretty similar to that one. So I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna select that one. I'm gonna learn and compare those two properties and get an idea of what's going on. Okay, first of all, this is a smaller home that was sold about a year ago. Okay, in March 2018 for 330, and this is a smaller home than the one I'm prospecting about. So that tells me that at 330 at the year ago prices, I'm okay evaluating the product I'm looking at 1800 square feet. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2.5. I'm looking at 4 bedrooms, and this was sold a year ago. So that tells me that the property I'm looking at right now is more quality than this one I'm looking at right now. Again, I'm not going to adjust the prices. I'm not going to go crazy and say, oh my God, this property I'm looking at is the best in this whole community. It's the bigger. It's got huge lot, and therefore I'm going to bid $20,000 more. I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna stay strict with my with the prices. I'm not going to get excited that it's a little bid bigger and it's got a land. That's going to help me be more attractive. That's going to help me be able to overbid my competitors. So when they list the property and they're asking for retail price, and I can list the property and I can ask for maybe a few percentage less than what they ask, on a less worthy product, then I know I can be attractive and I can move my product quickly. So when I buy, I make sure that I'm going to be very attractive in the community. Hey guys, if you like this video and you want to learn more about becoming a real estate expert, please be sure to subscribe. You can also go to my website, lirankoren.com, and get your free 1-hour course. And if you have any questions or comments, please be sure to make them and I will respond as fast as I can. In the meantime, happy investing, everybody.